Hi guys, welcome to MELTS Media Education Learning Simpler, where we sail through all your academic worries from the field of media and communications. Let us proceed with today's discussion. Hi, today we are talking about mass communication, and the topic that we're discussing is basics, types, and functions of mass communication. As discussed earlier, mass communication is a communication mediated through media platforms in order to reach out to a large number of people at one go. It is the process whereby media organizations produce and transmit messages to large publics to influence them. Various theories of communication explain how media organizations work in a social system and influence the topics of conversation. Mass communication is also a subfield of communication and entails knowledge about the use of mass media, which is why it is a well developed discipline of study and is a popular stream for students at both undergraduate as well as postgraduate levels. To bind all these conversations into the most simple form, one can say that mass communication is communication at large scale with a lot of messages being encoded, sent, and decoded. It is imperative to understand how mass communication began in the first place. Before writing, humans relied on oral traditions to pass information. Development of alphabet 5000 years ago changed communication forever. The earliest known form of printing, that is woodblock printing, appeared in China around 220 AD. Later, the printing press was developed by Johannes Gutenberg in the 15th century, and the first printed weekly newspaper was found in Antwerp and called Relation. With time, we found the invention of long distance wireless telegraph, radio signals, transmission of images, the cinematograph, and the internet, which gave us social media, changing communication in massive ways. But with the invention of new technologies, the older ones did not wipe away. They found new purposes and new modes of continuing their existence. It is integral that when we talk about mass communication, we mention the platforms and the modes which help such communication reach to the target people. These communication platforms are accessible by a large number of people and include newspapers, magazines, radio, television, cinema, the internet, and specifically social media. Now, what are the various forms in which communication can be received by the masses? Mass communication exists in various forms such as advertising, journalism, public relations, photography, filmed and video entertainment, infotainment, recorded music, and graphics and animation. Some of these support each other while some exist independently on their own. Now, we need to talk about the functions that mass communication plays in a society. Mass communication exists to inform people. It serves as the eyes and ears for those seeking information about the world. Mass communication educates people. It teaches them life skills and technical developments so as to improve the standard of living. Mass communication essentially entertains. It provides a symbolic environment which creates a feeling of relaxation and enjoyment. People resort to different forms of mass communication in order to take a break from their daily life. Mass communication helps advertise. It helps sell goods and services, which leads to the fulfillment of economic goals of a lot of people and helps the economy of a country thrive. Mass communication also performs the function of development. Informational needs of the disadvantaged and their socio-economic cultural interests are integrated in mass communication. Finally, mass communication transmits. It helps preserve culture and heritage over generation with the transmission of norms, values, rules, and habits. Mass communication is used by various people in order to reach out to a variety of audiences. Journalists make use of it to inform people. Politicians make use of it to reach out to the masses with their messages. The kind of reach and influence that mass communication provides calls for utmost responsibility while engaging in any such activity. Hence, we should next move forward to understand the different theories and models which guide communication. It will help us get a clear idea about the involvement of various elements in any communication and its ensuing impact. Later, we would come back to study mass communication in more details. Thank you.
So that was all for today. I hope you liked this video. Do share it with friends who you think may benefit from this. If you have any doubts or suggestions, do reach out to me in the comment section or on the FB page. Hope to see you soon with the next discussion. Thank you.